Welcome to Jennifer to the Rescue. I am Jennifer Johnson, and you can find me at jennifertotherescue.com, all spelled out. And you can certainly call me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to connect you with anybody, 317-513-6823. And, I always forget to do that. So thank you very much. I am what I call myself a lyrical appreciation expert. And I help connect you through music, cards, gifts, and multimedia. And one of the neatest things that I get to do every week is come here to the beautiful Wofford Theater here in Noblesville. And Logan Street Signs and Banners so generously sponsors the show every week so that I can bring wonderful guests on. And just bring them to you because these are people I meet who are doing business here in the area. And they might just be local or they might be national, whatever. But just so glad to have Brad Collins here today with Force Barbell.
That's it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And it's funny, as we talked about doing this, it's so funny how fast time goes by. Absolutely. When was that? In January or something?
Yeah. January.
Yeah. And it's like I meet these people, and obviously, well, maybe you don't know, but Brad is a weightlifter. And if you can't tell, I think you can tell. But anyway, with Force Barbell. But it was just funny not that was funny, but January, talking about this and thinking, I'm going to get him on the show pretty soon. Well, it turned out we had to wait until this time, and it's now June, almost past the middle of June. But Brad was dependable, and we got him scheduled, and here we are. So how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. It's been a few weeks since I've been. I don't know. I think I had... No, actually, I did have a show last week. I think it's just a busy time of year for everybody. The weather's beautiful, and we were talking about that, and you
Absolutely.
can talk about how that affects your business in a few minutes. But before we talk about Force Barbell, just tell us, who is Brad Collins?
Well, I'm a difference maker. That's my job title, essentially.
Good. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's good.
Absolutely. But I'm not originally from Indiana.
Where'd you come from?
Vermont. So,
we were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
So how long ago did you move here?
October. I came in October 10th, actually, I remember, because my girlfriend and I went to a wedding and then left the next day.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow. So you really are new to...
Mm-hmm.
So how is it compared to Vermont, first of all?
It's really hot and flat compared.
So Vermont's a little bit cooler and
a little bit
hillier?
cooler. Yeah, I mean, until usually March we still have some snow on the ground. It's going away a little bit, but it's definitely a little bit more humid, a little hotter here. It gets hotter quicker, but I mean, the sun's out most of the time. So.
It's been pretty nice this last couple of weeks. Well, tell us though, why did you come to Indiana? Was it for Force Barbell?
No, I actually found Force Barbell after I came into Indiana, but I came to Indianapolis because my girlfriend's going to Marian University for nursing.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I'd grown up in Vermont all of my life, and I was trying to just see something different, So I mean, the Midwest is a little bit different than the Northeast, so a little bit of a change, which is good. I mean, Indianapolis is a pretty big city compared to anywhere in Vermont, but I mean, it's definitely a new experience, but enjoyable.
What did you do in Vermont?
I was a strength coach as well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it really has always been part of your...
Absolutely.
So you moved here in October, and now you've been here and you're working at Force Barbell.
Yep.
And so what is Force Barbell? We're going to talk more about it in this, a little bit more, but tell us, what is it that drives you to do? I guess just tell us, why are you doing this? You're a difference maker, right?
So I mean, I'll give you a little bit of background on
that would be good.
I found Force Barbell. When I first got here, I didn't have a job. I just kind of was like, we'll see what happens. So I came out and I was just kind of testing out facilities. I would go out and lift in a different facility every day. And I was talking to a gentleman about job opportunities, and he was like, well, I'd heard Force Barbell over in Fishers might be looking for a coach. So I ended up actually just shooting him a leave a comment box about the facility, and I sent him my resume and sent Tyler Miller my resume, the owner and operator. And it turned out that he sent me an email back. We had a couple conversations. I came in for an interview and been there ever since.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah.
Well, like I said, you came from the same background. So your training, did you have a I mean, I'm not trying to credentials are, but
Yep.
you've always just been a weightlifter, or
Well, I mean, I played a lot of sports through high school, played lacrosse in college, and I studied strength and conditioning.
okay, so you're back. Okay, and when you look at Brad Collins' name, you have a zillion different letters after your name. Or what are those designations or
credentials.
okay, credentials? Do those all have something really exciting to do with them?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty exciting, I suppose.
The way I said that, I didn't mean
It's
to.
all right, no worries.
But go ahead and tell us
Yep.
what it's. Brad Collins is your name, but what are those?
A CPT, I'll just start with the middle. That's the first credential I got, is a certified personal trainer.
Oh,
So, I
okay,
mean, just
good.
working one-on-one
And you had
with
to
an
do
individual.
some stuff to get that. So okay, what else?
CSCS is a certified strength and conditioning specialist. It's a little bit of
okay.
a mouthful, but working with team sports, working collegiate level, something like that. You have the ability. You're a strength and conditioning specialist. Like you're
Okay.
going to school, you're doing that as an occupation. A USAW or a USAW 1 is what I call it. I'm a level 1 United States of America weightlifting coach, so I can teach the Olympic lifts. And if you guys are interested in checking out what weightlifting is we have an event at our facility July 11th. Should be good. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to be running basically a weightlifting competition.
Okay, well, tell us though now. We're going to talk more about Force Barbell, but obviously you sent him your resume.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Come on over, let's do this." And there must have been something because you were. If you're not watching and you're just listening, I mean, Brad, I'm sure, has always been very well built. I mean, you've been so you walk into these different places. They're probably all trying to get you to be a member. There must have been something special about Force Barbell that.
Absolutely.
Attracted you. Not just that they needed a coach.
Yep.
That there was something more.
There's a lot more to Force Barbell. It's just an amazing facility. I'm not trying to blow it up or anything, but ultimately, it's the atmosphere that really distinguishes Force Barbell from any other place. We really believe in accountability because participating in strength training or just fitness is hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard.
It's hard work. Yeah.
And a lot of people struggle.
Yeah.
So I mean, the biggest thing is Force Barbell is that leg to fall back on. It's that helping hand that when you need it, we're there for you.
That's cool. I'm not cutting you off.
Okay.
Remind them how they get a hold of you. It's been on the screen for those that are watching, but our listeners. So tell us what's the best way to get a hold of you.
Best way to get a hold of me is probably my cell phone number, 802-535-7692, or my email address, which is bradcollins@forcebarbell.com. I'm attached to my phone as part of just being in touch with everybody, so get a hold of me.
Weightlifter, and he's attached to his phone. That's kind of an interesting. We are going to come back in just a second and talk all about Force Barbell. Cool. We're not done yet. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back, and you know what? I did tell Brad, I am Jennifer to the Rescue, Jennifer Johnson, and you can check out jennifertotherescue.com. Anytime you want, there's all kinds of information on it. I told Brad, my guest, that I usually start out with singing, and I was so excited I didn't do it. So I would just say, it's a beautiful day outside. So, oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Everybody laughs. See, that's why I sing. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way, and he's still laughing over here. Okay, I won't do it. Tell us about Force Barbell.
You got it,
Brad.
So to kind of piggyback on your singing, we do a lot of dancing.
Do you?
Absolutely.
What kind of dancing do you do?
PR dance. So like a PR is a personal record. So we kind of try to get everybody to have a personal record dance. Because I mean, if you can't have fun while you're doing
I
it,
see. So when you do something, you're doing your little happy dance
yeah,
kind of thing. I see.
it breaks the ice, kind of breaks the mood a little bit, so people aren't just all super serious. Like training serious. There's
Well,
nothing-
that's what you were saying. Force Barbell. I mean, you can't sugarcoat it. It's hard
yeah,
work.
it's tough. You know, like
Yeah.
if you want results, if you want to get to where you're going, you got to be willing to change the day. But you got to have fun while you're doing it, or else why do you do it?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I mean, we dance a lot.
I like that. That was
Yeah.
cool, and that's why I sing, because I get people loosened up a little
you go.
bit. People are like, "What is she singing?" Yes, I'm singing. So okay, so Force Barbell
Mhm.
is a different kind. We were talking about it. It's not some. You don't just come in and start lifting weights by yourself.
Nope.
You.
So initially, the first thing that happens is if you come in, you're interested in training, we set up an assessment. So I mean, the first thing we do is we take you through range of motion, strength tests to see physically either if you're imbalanced and physically where you're starting. A lot of people have pain. Like I know you told me you have a lot of
yeah,
knee pain.
yeah.
I also have knee pain because I'm excessively quad dominant. I don't have any glutes, so I don't have a butt. Okay.
We won't
So-
make him get up and show you.
yeah, working on it. But I mean, imbalances like that can cause pain, discomfort,
Right.
and people just kind of like, all right, well, maybe I'll just not move around as much, and then you get more pain because you get more uncomfortable, your imbalances get more exacerbated, health deteriorates. So I mean, movement is health, and like eating properly is health. I'm not a dietitian, so I'm not going to talk about that, but movement is medicine, essentially. You know, having the ability to move adequately through your space is essential. Force Barbell really believes in that, and we really believe in performance. We really believe in fitness, you know, because I mean, that's literally what we do. We help
Right.
people get stronger, faster, better, and come in and get more fit. So one of the biggest things that we do is we're extremely accountable to each other.
Right.
We have mastermind groups between the coaches, the trainers, the interns. We hold each other accountable. We meet Monday and Friday and just make sure we're progressing towards our goals. If we're slacking on something, we're there to help each other build, or kind of like pick yourself up off the ground and dust yourself off and move in the right direction. It's the same way with clients. You know, all the coaches know everybody who comes in the door. You know, we make it a point to introduce ourselves, know exactly what you're doing, what your goals are, how we can help, how we can continually help you seek improvement. That's one of our slogans: continuously seek improvement.
Cool.
So that's that, and the quality of service that we provide is the big thing that separates us from a regular facility. We're a family that helps support each other, because that's what family does. You know, got a client who's been going through a hard time right now. He's been texting me all day trying to see if there's anything I can help him out with, because he's having a hard time. I wouldn't adequately be doing my job if I'm not trying to help him, because there's more to training, becoming stronger and getting better as an individual than just coming in and lifting weights. You know, it's a lot of it's mental. You know, a lot of things are mental, and a lot of things need to be catered to in order to see physical alterations. So.
Well, it's definitely it's actually pretty cool, because I always talk about, you know, people forget what you did and what you said and did, Maya Angelou, but they never forget how you made them feel. And
Absolutely.
if you're answering those texts, and this gentleman, I mean, that's what's really cool about, not that there's not a lot of great facilities out there to lift weights, but I get what you're saying. It's more than that. It's,
Absolutely.
you know, and it's kind of, Brad and I have been texting a little back and forth on my knees because I have pins in both my knees, which was from high school. And actually, I mean, I may not move as fast as everybody else, but if I were sitting on the couch every day, my knees would be really
Absolutely.
bad. So I know that movement makes me feel much better, and I actually do. But I like the idea of what you're saying, though. It's doing the assessment, and you said what did you say you were? Quad
dominant.
Quad dominant.
Yep.
So you have very strong quadment.
Yeah, a lot of the coaches like to pick on me because I have small legs, but ultimately my quads are stronger than my posterior chain, so that I favor my knees more than anything else. So those are the things taking the stress.
Sure. So those are things that's kind of like with my knees. Well, kind of like it is like with my knees, because I know there's been times over the years when I can tell you, right, I favor my knees because my knees always make me. It's even more mental than it really is
Absolutely.
physical anymore, probably. But okay, so we were talking about that, and there's a difference between weightlifting and powerlifting,
Absolutely.
and you're a weightlifter coach, right?
I'm a certified weightlifting coach. I'm a weightlifter myself. My first competition was in December, last December, which ultimately was just like a great time. I hadn't really competed in anything since college, so it's fun. It's
and
fun
you
to do.
did fine. You're still
Did
smiling.
all right, still smiling, so I didn't
Still
break
doing
anything.
it.
I'm doing all right. But yeah, I'm a weightlifter personally, but there's a difference between like a weightlifter and a powerlifter per se. Powerlifting is like squat, bench, and dead, 3 big movements. Deadlift. Weightlifting is a snatch and a clean and jerk, which is 2 separate movements. They're totally different entities. We could spend all day talking.
So
about
if somebody comes into Force Barbell, you're going to help them distinguish what they need.
Absolutely,
to do,
like if
or
they
what they're interested
yeah,
in.
if they come in, we do have a competition squad. We call it strength squad. So I mean, if people are looking at competing, we have a couple of CrossFitters, we have powerlifters, we have weightlifters, we have strongmen, we have just people who are looking to just do marathons, whatever it might be. We have a competition squad. We also have group training. We have semi-privates for individuals who are looking to improve, like let's say in baseball. We had an individual recently who was in the MLB draft, so he's very successful. We helped him get to his goals stronger, faster, better than the competition. But kind of back to what we were saying, if you're looking to compete in something, we've got that. If you're looking to just participate in group exercise, we have that. Yeah.
So there's a variety. Well, I would say right before we take our break here, and we're going to come back and find out some more, because there's still more to talk about. What were we talking about? Oh, I know what it was. It was the idea that I mentioned a name of a lady that I know who came to, and you knew who she was, right? And I thought, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And when you said you're a family, then you're taking care of, that's really cool. I mean, and I'm not saying there's not other places that might, but I am excited to hear that that's what you guys do.
Yep.
We're going to take a short break, but Brad, before we do, can you remind them how to get a hold of you?
Best way to get a hold of me is my cell phone number, 802-535-7692, and my email address is bradcollins@forcebarbell.com.
It's Brad Collins at forcebarbell.com. Okay, and we will be right back, and we're going to find out just a little bit more. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Jennifer to the Rescue, and JenniferToTheRescue.com, actually. All written out is Jennifer to the Rescue. You can hear me there. I do a little more singing. I won't sing anymore to Brad, but that's okay.
I enjoyed it. It's all right.
I know. It did get us talking about your happy dances that you guys work on at Forest Barbell. And we're thankful to Logan Street Signs and Banners for being our sponsors every week and letting us come in here. And beautiful Wofford Theater. You have to check it out sometime. If you've never been, you need to be here. Forest Barbell, Brad Collins is with Forest Barbell, and we've been talking about all kinds of things, but you're a family, you care about your people, you know them all by name, and but there's also, I don't mean to sound like a serious side, but there's also like you said, the accountability side of it that, yes, you're a family, but there's always there's rules too. There's things that we all know if we're going to be on any kind of a regimen, health improvement, self-improvement we have. So anyway, tell me about that, because you were talking about that a little bit.
So accountability is big, especially in like exercise or really with anything.
Because if you don't do it,
you don't show up to your job, you're probably not going to get paid.
You just need to show up, right?
Just show up.
Yeah.
That's half the battle. Actually, Dan John, a pretty prestigious coach, had 40 years of experience, and that was one of his years. Just show up.
Oh,
but
cool.
A big part of our accountability is if you're late, you use your cell phone, you have a bad attitude, or whatever, some other kind of, like your head isn't in your training. We expect either 10 push-ups or we do a $10 donation to a local charity, because we believe in giving back.
Good.
We're family. Yes, we're going to keep you accountable, but a family is also like when somebody needs kind of a kick in the pants per se, you're going to be able to give them a kick in the pants. But if somebody needs like a shoulder to cry on, you're there as well.
Yeah, well, honestly, if you enter into something of something that's a weight, or not a weight, but what is it, fitness of any sort, you've got to do it on a regular basis. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be you do have to mentally be there. If you're not there, then but I was just thinking when you were saying that, usually if you get started you feel better, so hopefully your mental thing goes away and you do. I was just thinking how many people come in and have to pay you like a couple 20s or something by the time they're done, because they're not really in the mood to be there, but by the end they probably anyway.
It does happen. Like not every day is a PR day, which is like your personal record. You're not going to break a record every day. But we expect you to work as hard as you can that day. Yes, we like to have fun, but you're committing yourself to something, so we expect some kind of commitment back.
Right. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
It would, certainly. So we're talking about, yes, and it's that time of year right now. It's summertime. You said the gym's kind of lower attendance.
Lower attendance. It's just, people want to be outside. People always seem to look for an excuse for exercise until they get started and they start falling in love with it. It's kind of just, it's a great problem to have, to enjoy exercise. But a little bit slower in the summertime. So people do like to be outside. The winter months get pretty hopping. We're hopping right now, so that's good. So we're always staying busy. We're looking forward to our events that we got coming up. We've got a health and wellness fair that we're going to be holding at our facility.
When is that?
September.
Okay.
We've got a strongman competition in August, and we have a weightlifting meet on July 11th.
July 11th is the weightlifting meet. Yep. Then you've got a health and wellness in September. Mm-hmm. In October, you've got the
strongman competition.
Strongman.
Yep.
So you have a lot of things on the calendar.
Absolutely.
So I was thinking, though, when you're talking about that the summertime, this would be a good time then to get started. How long does somebody typically, when they come in, you do an assessment? Is that an hour?
An assessment is typically between like 30-40 minutes. We take you through some range of motion exercises to see where your imbalances may lie, so that when we do write you a program, it's tailored to your needs.
Okay.
Your needs versus just hope this works, have fun. We look after you.
So then it would be determined by the program that you decided how many times they come in.
Yeah, it also depends on time as well. We understand, like,
Right.
We, the coaches, the interns, we spend probably 8 to 10 hours there a day. We understand people aren't going to be spending 8 to 10 hours there a day. We
Right.
try to keep most training between an hour 15, so
Okay.
people can get in on their lunch
So you
break.
can come in on lunch break.
Yep.
Okay, so you were talking about what is a good referral then? If we're out in the community and we just, we'd love to be able to send you some, or to know when somebody might be a good candidate.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Who are they?
A good referral for me is somebody who's kind of just looking for general fitness. I mean, I run groups most of the time, so I mean, somebody who's looking to come in, have a good experience in a great environment. It's a non-threatening environment by any means. We're all like to have a good time. We dance a lot. I end up singing as well. But somebody who's looking to just improve general quality of life. Lose a little bit of weight, build some muscle, move a little bit better, chase the grandkids around. Beat them in a
So
water.
in other
water balloon
words, you
fight.
don't have to be
No,
20 years old.
absolutely not.
You can be. I don't want to no names or anything, but what's the oldest client? That you use?
We have a client that's probably mid-60s.
Oh.
She's awesome. Love working with her. She's a great person. She came to us extremely sedentary, had not done any kind of physical activity in a while besides getting in and out of the house. We actually met her at a business meeting. But she's been working with us for about 10 weeks now. She's moving around. She recently told me she helped one of her friends move a couch downstairs.
wow.
Yeah, downstairs, around, out to the truck.
So
in
from
and
being
out.
fairly sedentary
Absolutely.
to being able to move
Yeah.
somebody's couch, that's pretty
Crushing
good.
it.
So how young is the youngest? Do you know?
We have a powerlifter who's 10 years old. He recently competed at Battle of the Great Lakes over in Ohio. Crushed it as well. He is extremely good at what he does, and we're just looking to make him a little bit better because that's what he's looking to do.
So that's pretty cool. So how old do they have to? In that case, they would have to have a parent bring them in. And
Yeah, obviously they're gonna have to sign. There is inherent risk with exercise, but I mean I feel like there's inherent risk with inactivity more than exercise. Simply because you don't do anything, your muscles atrophy. You slip on ice, you're not as able to even stop yourself from falling. Your bones are brittle. X, Y, and Z happens.
Exactly.
But yeah, anything under 18, yes, you have to have a parent sign a waiver. Just be like, all right, my child is with you guys, take care of him.
And it makes sense because
Or her.
they'd have to have a parent bring them.
Absolutely.
But,
Yeah, absolutely.
but so that's pretty cool. Well, I'm very happy that we were able to get this
Absolutely,
done.
me as well.
And you've got a lot of things coming up, and you give back to the community. Obviously, you give back to the community a lot more than you just give donations back because you got a guy texting you all day.
Yeah.
And, it's giving back. So,
Trying.
Brad, tell them one more time how to reach you and all that kind of stuff.
You got it. Best way to get a hold of me is my cell phone number, 802-535-7692, or my email address, bradcollins@forcebarbell.com.
And it is forcebarbell.com
Yep.
is the website. So
That's
you
it.
can go in there, and I know you can pull, you'll find Brad's picture pop up, and it's all that, all the other staff members
Absolutely.
are on there too. And I always try to leave with an upbeat. Now, I'm not going to sing it, but I always try to, to leave with one. I just spit, sorry. Kind of sitting here looking, and I'm thinking that this is an Oprah Winfrey. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Isn't that good for today?
I got a good one for you as well.
Okay, go ahead.
When you want something as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Wow, that is good. Well, thank you very much, Brad.
You're
We'll see you
welcome.
again.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it won't be 6 more months or
Yeah.
whatever, but time does go quickly. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the Rescue. Thank you to Logan Street Signs and Banners. And we are here at the beautiful Wofford Theater every Wednesday. Actually, every Tuesday. Sorry. We'll see you next week. Thanks.